All right. No personal messages passed in here. Well, coming back out here.
Come again.
Yep. They just got through winning a match by suspect means.
You see this specimen? This guy right here. Now there's a training partner. You see what I'm saying? There's a training partner. You see?
Where is he from? Let me get over here and
Hey, I answer all the questions. All the questions are directed to me. This man does not speak English. You understand? What do you think? I'm an idiot? The Coward's Way Out match. That's my partner. That's my buddy. You see?
You've got one coming up. A coward waves the flag.
I got one coming up. Well, what do you think's going to happen if just in case this little idiot happens to go into his sights and pick up a chain the way he usually does? What do you think's going to happen? You think he's going to know that I'm telling him to wave the flag? He doesn't understand English. Do you understand? He's from Germany. Look, watch this. Watch this. And you idiots, watch this. Hey, Broncos, wave the flag. See? Oh, no, listen. Wave the flag. Wave the flag. Wave the flag. What did I tell you?
Well,
what did I tell you?
He thinks everything's Pope.
Forget it. I'm going to tell you something, you little punk. I'm going to burn you up this week. I'm going to burn you up. And as far as that little schmuck you got running around with you, I'm going to put my foot down his throat. Ask him what happened to him the last time he mouthed off to me.
Well, you hear it, Elijah, who will be going in a coward wave the flag match.
One more time. Wave the flag.
Yeah, there's Broncos. That's the new partner of Elijah, and he is some specimen. I got to tell you what, if muscles alone would win a match, I don't think anybody will ever beat these guys, but it takes more than that, as he'll be going against Brian Christopher. We are going to be taking time out, and we'll be back in just a moment.
I'm Dave Brown with an invitation for you to attend the grand opening of the new Patrick Home Center in Como. This Sunday is your opportunity to explore the latest concepts in luxury living at affordable prices. See firsthand the new Palm Harbor Triple Wide with over 2,100 square feet, loaded with quality features. All homes will be open and housing consultants available to answer your questions. Absolutely no obligation because no home will be sold this Sunday. Just come on down and browse. It's from 1 to 5, March 2nd. Don't miss it.
Sky 5, live, local, late breaking. Only on Action News 5, coverage you can count on every day.
That is only one of the matches that'll be coming up on tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock out at the big one. Yes, that's when USWA Championship Wrestling will be added. 3 o'clock tomorrow, the big one out there off of I-240 at Hollywood. You are going to see the likes of Broncos in a single match against David Haskin. Then it's going to be Bobby Bolton, whose hair will be at stake, against $2,000 put up by a movie star Mike Samples. A six-man grudge match that the Dutchman's going to have a personal interest in when he teams with Double J and Steve Dunn to go against the South African Truth Commission and the Commandant. And then a Texas death match. A title match where Wolfie D and JC Ice put the tag titles on the line. Falls do not count. No disqualification. Billy Travis, Flash Flanagan challenging the champions, Wolfie D and JC Ice. Handicap back alley brawl. Look out for this one. Jerry the King Lawler will be facing King Reginald and Queenie, who will be involved in the match. And this is where they come in fully clothed, and somebody's going to go out with the clothes ripped right off of them. And the final match, what a main event. It's going to be the Coward waves the flag. The title is on the line when Elijah puts the USWA heavyweight title up against Brian Christopher's challenge. Elijah will have Broncos in his corner, a guy who speaks no English, and Tony Williams will be the partner of Brian Christopher in the Coward waves the flag match. Free parking tomorrow. Drive in, park the car, no dough goes out, regular prices. You come in at 3 o'clock and have a whale of an afternoon watching USWA Championship Wrestling. We hope you're going to be there. We've got action coming up in the ring in just a moment. See if we can get Brian Christopher in here. Here comes Too Sexy right now, and along with him, a young man who's quite an athlete himself, Tony Williams, who went all the way through high school with Brian, and they have been best friends. Brian, you heard all that conversation about these two guys who look like all they can do is pose.
Yeah, I heard it all, Lance. I heard the spellbinder out here running his mouth about how he's got a new best friend.
Yes.
How me and him used to be best friends. Well, I got news for you, spellbinder. We never were best friends. I mean, never were best friends. Sure, we used to work out together and things like that. But as far as being best friends, we were not. I want you to understand that. Now, that's one of the biggest lies I've heard ever since he came out here and said that he could bench press 700 pounds.
Yeah, he did.
He said he bench presses 700 pounds.
700.
Well, I'm here to tell you, you're a liar.
10 reps.
He can't do it. Now, about a squat. Now, I know about a squat. He does that every time he takes a pee. But, spellbinder, I want you to listen up. Now, as far as best friends, come over here, Tony. Because this man right here is my true best friend. This man right here has been my best friend ever since high school. He's been there beside me every time we went out, everything we've done. This man's always been there. Whenever I've asked anything out of him, he's always been there for me, and I've been there for him. And Tony, right now, I want to ask something of you in this match. Now, we got a coward waves the flag match.
Right.
That means whoever waves that flag is not only the loser, but they're a coward. And Tony, you know I'm no coward. And I want you right now to promise me, no matter what happens in this match, you will not wave that flag.
I understand what you're saying, Brian, but you heard his interview, and over the past 2 weeks, I've seen him burn you. What happens if he throws a big ball of fire right in your face and burns your face up?
Tony, listen to me. Now, I don't care if my skin is hanging off my face. You see that right there, Lance?
Yep.
That's what he did this past week.
Burns.
I don't care if my face looks just like that. I don't care if he throws 10 fireballs on me. It don't matter. I do not want you to wave the flag. I'm no longer asking you not to. I'm telling you. You don't wave that flag for me. Okay?
You got my words.
Yeah, Wolfie D coming out, running his chop.
Let me beat you up. I'm going to show you another coward. Not only is Spellbinder a coward, and I'm going to prove it to the world, but I'm about to beat this coward right here.
This is the main event we've waited for, Tony Friedman.
Okay, this is the main event. One fall or to the expiration of your time. Introducing first, wrestling out of the hood and representing the NOD, 226 pounds, Sir Wolfie D. His opponent, wrestling out of Memphis, Tennessee, weighing 225 pounds, Too Sexy, Brian Christopher. One fall at the expiration of our time.
Well, we have an interesting concept here. You got two guys telling two other guys not to wave the flag.
Yeah.
So if they're under orders not to wave a flag, what's going to go on? I guess they're not going to do it.
Wolfie D whipping that right hand at Brian Christopher. Look at him stay right on him. And that's one of the things that makes this Wolfie D such a tough competitor. He will stay on your back.
Well, he's very aggressive. That's what he's got to be. Him and Ice Baby, too. They have to be aggressive because they're not physically overpowering. They've got to be a little smarter, a little sneakier, and a little more aggressive to hang with some of these guys. Like Brian Christopher. By myself, I'm
I would add that also. Yeah.
So you can tell these guys don't really care for each other. A lot of bad blood between these two also.
Brian Christopher, he wants to get some of that Wolfie D's blood, I can tell you that. Ooh.
Double arm suplex.
Brian Christopher getting off to a very slow start with Wolfie D. That will make a difference. That big right hand.
Wolfie D holding right with him. What Wolfie D made a mistake. He didn't really get the leverage. He didn't get under Brian Christopher enough to really. He did that time. He got under the leverage point, dropped him in a DDT, and that will slow you down.
There was a situation where it looked like Brian, when he was going into the rope, Brian was going to try to come down and backdrop him over there, and Wolfie D hooked the chin, wrapped the arm in, and DDT'd him right smack off the rope. Picks him up, scoop slam.
Going up on the top, and see if he can connect on this. A lot of guys get up here, spend way too much time, telegraph the move, give the opponent time to recover. Brian Christopher, of course, didn't recover on that one. Wolfie on top of him, not getting the 3 count, of course, but he is at least covering Brian Christopher at all times, and that's the name of the game. See if you can hold him down for a 3 count.
He didn't waste any time up on the rope as he came down and flashed that fist, and now he's at it again with Brian Christopher back up in the corner, a chokehold, and referee Downtown Bruno tell him to let it loose. Block, right hand. Christopher puts him on the deck again with a big right hand. Brian Christopher backs him into the rope. Whip across the ring. Now it's blocked. Reverse. And Christopher again, Dutch.
That was a double block. Brian Christopher got the upper hand in that exchange. Let me ask you something, Lance. You see the pants that Wolfie D's wearing? Why do guys wear them that way?
That's one thing. As long as I've known these guys, I never have been able to understand the get up.
Why doesn't he pull his pants up?
Christopher climbs the ladder to the top turnbuckle, flies off of there with a flying drop kick.
The fans calling for the super kick. Let's see if he can connect with it. A reversal. Downtown Bruno down. Wait a minute. Spellbinder coming in. Brian Christopher ducks.
Spellbinder hit Wolfie D when Brian ducked. There's that super kick. Down he goes 1. I mean 2. And 3.
A surprise there. Spellbinder back up, going after Brian Christopher now. Wolfie D.
While they're going at it, we've got to take a break, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Here comes Crockett. We'll be back. You know, Dutch, I love it when we get everything going. We got enough things happening in the USWA right now. We're going to go for a second fall. All right. Hey, that's great. Downtown Bruno coming out. I didn't know whether we had enough time or not, but we do. Okay. Thank you very much. So let's get them in here. And while we've got time, we want to get action. Wolfie D coming back in.
In the words of the famous Bill Watts, hook 'em up. Hook 'em up.
Here comes too sexy Brian Christopher. Rips the
over
right
the top.
hand.
He's over the top. They're on the floor. I'm going to protect you if they come this way. Now they're back in the crib now. They're back in the playpen. Brian Christopher a little fired up. I don't blame him for being fired up. Sometimes these guys they keep messing, they keep jumping on you, keep trying to do all these things to you, and now finally you just reach a point where you're not going to take it anymore. And Brian Christopher looks like he's reached that boiling point right now.
Well, he had 3 of them on him out here, Dutch, because Spellbinder brought his new best friend Brockus in there.
Move out of the way.
He came roaring in there with Wolfie D in the ring, and Brian was having to face all 3 of them.
Good move by Brian Christopher.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Wolfie D went to throw the punch. He ducked. He hit right into the post. And metal is unforgiving.
And he just showed Wolfie D how unforgiving it is. Look at this. Hammered his head back in there again. Brian Christopher.
Now he's got him hooked into that turnbuckle. Referee Downtown Bruno counting. You better get him back in the ring. Wait a minute, is that what is that? I'm trying to call for it.
We got to take a break right here. We got to find no break. Okay, we're coming close out time. All right. Brian Christopher drops in with a
Hello,
hit.
Princeton. Brian Christopher dominating the second fall here on Wolfie D. Going for the snaps. Wait a minute. He went for the snap suplex. Wolfie D blocked it, went on top of him. Now he's throwing right hands. Referee giving the count to Wolfie D. Wolfie D breaks it. This match has been back and forth.
Brian takes a shot from Wolfie D.
It's the same hand he hit that post with just a few minutes ago. Seconds ago.
He has regained it, and I mean to tell you, these are a couple of
guys are
young
really
lions that are really going at it.
But both of them are pushing the envelope, so to speak, with this referee because they've been out of the ring twice. They throw right hands back and forth.
Time is up, Dutch. Time's up.
Time's up.
So the second fall is going to end, and the time.
Here they come. Watch it, Lance.
Whoa! Christopher hammering Wolfie D down on the desk. And again, as the time is up, and part of our
I think
studio.
Wolfie D was glad that the time was up. I would have been if I was him.
All right.
It's a moral victory.
My earpiece got short-circuited in that exchange, getting away from the desk. So our time is up, and we ended up with the first fall and the second fall being stopped due to the time, and that's going to have to be it. Whoa, that's the kind of activity, friend, that we absolutely have a bunch of all the time here on the USWA.
Well, I'm standing up. Pray somebody comes running at me, I can move out of the way here.
You're going to be prepared.
There goes the winner around the ring, Lance.
Okay, Dutch, let me take this opportunity to remind the folks of what we've got. Brockus goes against David Haskins at 3 p.m. Free parking out at the Big One Expo tomorrow afternoon. Please be out there. We got to get out of here. I can tell the time we don't have to do it. It'll be Bobby Bolden going against Mike Samples with Hare against $2,000. Six-man challenge match with Dunn, Mantell, and Double J. We got to go. For Dutch Mantell, for Stacy, Lance Russell saying see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
On this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA Championship Wrestling.